Hello, our starters today are just true or false. So we're going to work out each question and check and see if the answer is correct. So pause the video, I'll put the answers on and then come back to me in a moment. Right then, so there's your answers, basically false, true, false, true. So what we're looking at today is just recapping our area of composite shapes, but we're going to recap our other shapes along the way. So we're going to work through these dead quick, okay? So the first one, area of a rectangle, because we're finding the area of each shape. So A equals, remember rectangle, L times B, 14 times 6, and you can work that out at the side if you like, or you can do it in your head. 10 6s are 60, 4 6s are 24, so that makes 84. And remember square units for your answer. Triangle, remember the formula, half base times height. So be careful, as long as you pick your base and a height at right angles to each other, so that would be using the 5 and the 12. We're not using the 13 for the area of the triangle. So it's a half of 12 times 5. 12 5s are 60, half of that is 30. Again, square centimetres. Remember the formula for area of a kite. It's the diagonals multiplied together. Remember the diagonals are this line and this line. And when they're multiplied together, remember what you get is the area of that rectangle around the kite. So you need to half it to get the area of the kite. So we need a half of, so this rectangle, this diagonal along there, I've just scribbled it out. That was 10 centimetres. 16. Silly me. And that one there is 10. Okay, so half of 16 is 8 times 10 is 80. And again, square centimetres. Right, got parallelogram here. Easy for me to say carefully. So remember again, your base and height have to be at right angles to each other. Oops, daisy. Your base and height have to be at right angles to each other. So the two measurements that we're given that are at right angles to each other is we've got this one here and this one here. Or we could have said this one here and that one there. They're both at right angles. So the base is 4, the height is 12, not 13. So that gives us 48, square millimetres. Okay, so that's them. On to the composite shapes now. So for the first shape, I think I'm going to split this into two rectangles like that and call that 1 and 2. Okay, so they're both rectangles, so we're only needing to write down the formula once though. So area 1 is, so we've got length times breadth, so it's that times that. So that is 7. And that is 10. So that's 70. And then the second one, well, we can see that the breadth of that one's 6, but we need to find the length of that one, don't we? So if that's 13 all the way across there, and we know that that much of it is 7, then that must leave that one to be 6 also. So the area of this rectangle here is a 6 by 6 rectangle, so that makes it 36. And then the total area is 70 add 36, and that gives you 106 square metres. Now we've got one of our C shapes, and remember the best way to do those ones is to complete the rectangle and then subtract this little rectangle from this big rectangle all the way around here. Okay, so let me just undo that because I've done some scribbles all over it now. So remember, we write down the area formula, and then when we've been doing the C shapes, remember we wrote a big, so the area of the big rectangle. So the big rectangle is 7 by 3, so that's 21. The area of the small rectangle, we can see that's 1 by 2, so that's 2. And then the area that we're looking for is 21 take away 2, so it's 19 square meters. And then our last one for today, we've got one of these shapes with sloping sides, so we need to, that was a bit of a wobbly line there, but we need to cut off the triangle. So we've got 1 and 2 again here. So for number 1, it's a rectangle, so A equals L times B. So the length of that rectangle is 8, and the breadth is 7. So 8 sevens are 56. For the shape number 2, that's a triangle. So we need half base times height. So the base of this triangle, well, all the way along there is 11. This bit of it is 8, so that bit of it is 3. So it's a half of 3 times, that's 7 for the height there. So it's a half of 21, so that's 10.5. So total area is equal to these two numbers added together, the 56 and the 10.5, leaving you 66.5 square centimetres. Okay, so that's us finished with area for now. I hope you've managed to pick it all up as we've been going along. Hopefully I've not gone through it too quickly and given you plenty of chance to practice. And we'll see what we go on to next week. Have a good weekend.